Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 and Operation Skyfire are less than 24 hours away from occurring, as we can not only tell from the lobby, but the timer above Corny Complex, which is soon to be abducted when the event actually starts. And despite us knowing a lot about this already, with teasers pouring out officially from Fortnite stating there's something worse than we could ever imagine inside the mothership when we enter it, and with everything we know about Season 8, even the aftermath of the event, where it's going to be crashing down to the mothership after being destroyed, and tons of Battle Pass skins or just general map change information, you wouldn't have thought right now after a year the Apple vs Epic court trial would have been announced in terms of who won, and obviously this then meaning there's a fate for Fortnite Mobile and when or how it could be returning to iOS specifically. In today's video, we're not only going to be covering who the winner is, but how Fortnite Mobile will be making a return, as it will at some point. But as you can see by the title, we have some juicy intel regarding the Season 8 mobile trailer, as they typically release a completely separate trailer for Fortnite Mobile players when the new season does arrive. So if that all sounds good to you, which I know it does considering there's some juicy intel that we've waited a year for in this video, of course make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing. And whilst you sat there soaking in all the information, enjoying yourself, leave a like in the video down below, as the UK is very hot as of recently, and this will help cool my pug Gus down. And despite being hot, he's kinda sad anyways, considering he's just discovered 70% of you watching right now this video aren't subscribed. And of course we're incredibly close to 2.2 million subscribers, we're less than 10k off, so if everybody subscribes right now we'll get there before Season 8. And after all, subscribing can only benefit you, despite staying in the loop with everything going on in the world of Fortnite in terms of news, leaks, information, or what's in the game. I get 5 subscribers every day, which is about to be soon hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of the Season 8 Battle Pass. So of course if you want to receive that as a gift or a gift in the next video shown, make sure you simply subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and potentially what you'd like to receive. So yeah, this could be you in the very next video or upon the Season 8 release, with that brand new Battle Pass appearing on your Fortnite account the first time you log on. But with all that said, let's dive into a game and discuss all the Fortnite mobile news, as Peely's got his phone out now for Season 8, so make sure you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Okay, so the first thing we need to go over is a very quick recap on how all of this happened anyways, Apple removing Fortnite from the App Store, I guess. If you didn't know, in Chapter 2 Season 3, Epic Games for some reason implemented out of the blue an Epic Direct payment method across all devices, such as the Google Play devices, and most specifically Apple, which is causing the most uproar anyways. And by doing this, they were trying to dodge the 30% tax that is mandatory for, like, purchases going to Apple anyway. So say if you spend like $60 on V-Bucks on Fortnite through an Apple device like an iPhone or iPad, then 30% of that money would just simply go to Apple for it being purchased on their device. Of course, with Fortnite being a free game, I completely agree, it's kind of absurd in terms of a tax amount anyways, 30% for Epic Games to pay anyways on in-game purchases, which is how they make their money. And with Epic Games implementing the Epic Direct payment method, obviously they started the free Fortnite movement. It was all orchestrated with this trailer releasing too, which directly replicated one that Apple made anyways in Fight for Freedom of something else. Alongside the free Fortnite movement releasing, with the trailer they recompensated us V-Bucks or a certain amount off the amount we purchased in the last month from when this free Fortnite movement actually started. And back then people were loving this, considering some people got over 20,000 V-Bucks recompensated or re-implemented for free onto their accounts. But as the days slowly turned into weeks, with Fortnite being gone off the App Store and not updated, and then months and even up to a year where we've missed seasons, literally Fortnite for iOS anyways is stuck in Chapter 2 Season 3's last update. I believe it's 13.40 or 50. Either way, it's this one, you know, when they released the cars for the first time, and since then we've had even updates made to the cars, such as Chonkers being implemented as a new feature, and of course things like Ferrari collaborating with Fortnite, and not to mention all the other map changes that have gone on since and events. So with this Epic Direct payment method system that Apple wouldn't allow on their devices, breaching their terms of service, they banned Fortnite from the App Store, of course, and it's only until today where we've got the actual court hearing results, considering it ended over like 2 months ago now, and the judge has been kinda trying to put all the pieces together, rack her brain around everything that's been mentioned in the court hearings, all the files, all the disputes, and she's came up with an answer, I believe. The reason I say believe is because obviously there's retrials that could happen, but it's kind of definite, considering on all counts apparently she ordered that she was in favour of Apple's side. This obviously means Apple won, and this isn't good for Epic Games. However, it doesn't mean that Fortnite is never going to be returning to mobile, and we're going to also be discussing why I think it's going to be returning in Chapter 2 2 Season 8. Just off note real quick though, this controversy sparked the interest of people like philanthropist billionaires anyways, such as Elon Musk. He's actually on the side of Epic Games, believe it or not, thinking Apple's being monopolistic and shouldn't be taxing that amount, 30% anyways, on in-app purchases. However, from moving back on track to the information that poured out across social media, tons of it all at once regarding Apple winning this court trial anyways. Believe it or not, we initially thought it was going to be a dub for Epic Games, considering other YouTubers who cover mainly predominantly Fortnite news on mobile highlighted things such as the following: the Epic Games vs Apple judge has ordered Apple to permanently allow developers to direct customers to third-party payment systems. Upon reading this, the community over on Twitter who understood the legal kind of wording in this text anyways were thinking, yeah, this means Epic Games have won, considering their Epic Direct payment method should be able to stay in game because of this, but it didn't seem to be the case. With that said though, it was a shock to everybody when it came out that the judge literally agreed with Apple on all counts. But based off the logic that I'm about to show you guys in tweet form on screen, I can kind of see why this was the case, no pun intended, because yeah, a trial's called the case. Here is Apple's response to the judge's ruling in the Epic case. Today the court affirmed what we've known all along: the App Store is not in violation of antitrust law. As the court recognised success is not illegal, Apple faces rigorous competition in every segment in which we do business, and we believe customers and developers choose us because our products and services are the best in the world. We remain committed to ensuring the App Store is a safe and trusted marketplace that supports a thriving developer community and more than 2.1 million US jobs, and where the same rules apply equally to everyone. That short statement is kind of indestructible. Like, yeah, everybody can agree that iPhones and like iPads and stuff are the best devices on the planet in terms of smart tablets, phones, you name it. Even a lot of the people who tweet or work for Epic Games have an iPhone. You can see clearly by it saying Twitter for iPhone every time they put something out. I think this subliminally won't have gone in their favour, considering they're literally using Apple's devices, which shows that their success isn't anything on accident or anything malicious that's been forced by the government or something like that. In terms of the Epic Games side or reaction as a company to losing this trial anyways, the CEO came out on Twitter stating the following: Fortnite will return to the iOS App Store when and where Epic can offer an in-app payment in fair competition with Apple in-app payment, passing along the savings to consumers. With this statement being made and with the uproar surrounding it, in all honesty, considering these two tech giants or companies have fought together for so long now, over a year, it's not going to be the last we hear of it, and I have a feeling that a result will be made of this that makes Fortnite return in Chapter 2 Season 8, considering either Epic Games will realise they're losing out on so much money from this not being updated on iOS devices, literally billions potentially, as we also saw at the end of the free Fortnite trailer that they released when this movement even first started. After all, seasons now are around 90 days long, and despite us not only getting a new season, we're going to be going through Fortnitemares and even the Christmas event, whether it's Winterfest or 14 Days of Fortnite. And even despite them still losing 30% to Apple, I don't think they can be stubborn forever if Apple aren't willing to budge on this. They've already lost billions of dollars by this movement happening already, considering, yeah, they've literally stopped iOS devices from receiving new battle passes, and because of that, new skins or cosmetics. And with no fresh new content, obviously the player base has gone down, with people like literally having lobbies start or enter the battle bus with 19 people on board. And last but not least, moving on to the trailer details that we have specifically for the Fortnite mobile one in Chapter 2 Season 8. I bet you haven't even seen the Chapter 2 Season 7 one that they released halfway through the season. Of course, they don't make this trailer a priority now, considering it only really applies to anything outside of Apple devices. And of course, like I said before, most people have an iPhone nowadays or an iPad or something like that. You can definitely tell by the overall look, graphics and style of the game that it is filmed for a Fortnite mobile player, or just generally off the mobile version of Fortnite in comparison to something like a PS5 where it's way more clean. And you can already bet we're going to be seeing a trailer like I previously mentioned for mobile, specifically in Chapter 2 Season 8, whether it's straight away the first week or even halfway through the season. And if this is the case, if it does release halfway through the season, I wouldn't be surprised if Epic Games make a move or some sort of agreement comes out with Apple so that they can work together and actually get this back on the App Store so everybody can be happy, the consumers themselves. With that said though, that's all I've got for you guys today. I tried to make it as simple as possible to follow in terms of like the legal stuff anyways, so if you appreciate that or found it helpful or informative, slap a like in the video down below, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you never miss any future uploads, especially as Season 8 starts in less than 24 hours. And speaking of other videos in the meantime to watch, make sure to click anything interactable on screen right now, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual watching right now, but in that very next video I do post on the channel.